spare you some of that, because it's been a lot of hours and time and money and courses, and when Moshe got sick with cancer in 2003, I started working with a nutritional holistic doctor who gave classes. It was wonderful, amazing, for hundreds of people, and I took a lot of those classes. Any class he offered, I did, because we worked with him to overcome Moshe's cancer. And so, I feel like my journey, my purpose in life, and you're all helping me fulfill that, so I really have a gratitude to all of you, that, we're able to hopefully make your life a little bit easier, that the hours that we spent will increase your longevity in a very healthy way. And I will say, my mom, may she rest in peace, who I don't think any of you, except Ruvain.
I met her.
Oh, right.
At
Yeah.
a luncheon that you had.
Right. So some of you had the privilege to meet my mom, who lived to be 101, in good health, with no help in the house, able to take care of herself. She ate pretty healthy. I mean, she wasn't like as strict as I am, but she didn't have to be, because her genetic pool was very good as well. But she, thank God, was very, very agile and able to do things, and she lived in Manhattan and took care of herself, and was writing a book. But when she passed away, she was writing in the middle or the beginning of her second book that she was writing. And so I hope for all of us that that's what we have, that we have that kind of longevity in a good, healthy way. That's what we're all hoping for, right? Not to have to be dependent on other people is like the goal, I think, in life, right? To be able to be healthy enough to take care of ourselves. So I'm going to hand it over to Moshe. He's going to tell you a little bit, and then we want to hear a little bit from you about what, there's a lot of topics that we could cover here. I will, give you a little bit of a list, and you can think about it for a few minutes, and then, Moshe, and then we'll figure out, the rest of the classes. This class, we're introducing a few things that we want, to help you start. And then the rest of the classes, the 5 other classes, we want to hear from you what your interests are. So we'll present to you some of the things we know that we could pass on to you, and you let us know what you're interested in. So Moshe, take it away.
Okay. Hey everybody, my name is Moshe. Glad to be here this morning, and glad to see you all, this afternoon now. So what I just want to say is that in traditional societies, elders play a very, very important role. And in our society, unfortunately, elders very often are kind of just forgotten about. The reason in traditional societies they play an important role is because they have a tremendous amount of knowledge. So each and every one of you, I'm sure, has a tremendous amount of knowledge. Nechama and I read a book together called The Gift of Years. And each of us brings a lot of gifts to people, other than ourselves, because of our life experiences. And that's kind of what I hope that we can share with you, because we've gone through kind of like, I'm like Moshe 6.0 at this point. We started Moshe 1.0, and then you change and become 2.0 and 3.0 and 4.0 and 5.0. But the most important thing I guess I want to say to you is even though I've gone through a lot of changes, and it's just a wonderful sign that you're here, which means that you're not closed to change. You're here because you believe in the possibility of change. You believe in the possibility of growth, becoming healthier, becoming more vibrant, having greater emotional health, having greater physical health, psychological health, spiritual health. So we hope to be able to touch upon a lot of those topics. And what we basically have evolved in terms of our daily and weekly and monthly practice that we do on a regular basis, we want to share with you because we feel these are very, very important tools that have made us very, very healthy. I just want to quote, one thing from Nechama, whose mother was interviewed at 100 by the UN. They did a thing of centenarians, 5 centenarians that make a difference. People 100 or over. Her mother was one of them. And what did they ask her? That's one of my favorite lines. Do you remember?
I don't remember exactly the question,
They
but,
said- They asked something like, do you wanna live a long time?
what do you want to accomplish for the rest of your life, or
Right.
something like that?
Yeah.
I'll have to
After
rewatch it.
100,
I
right.
usually watch it, fairly often, but I'll
And what-
rewatch it.
And what did she say?
She said, I hope I don't die too young. Because, why? The answer was, because I still have so much more to learn about how to become a
Better
a
person?
better person.
So a healthier
So-
person, a better person.
Hi, I'm sorry, what's your name? Are you looking for Grow Younger Now?
No, I'm thinking.
Or Rock and Roll?
I'm looking for Jane Day, again, they were here last week. So
Oh,
now-
I think that, is
Yeah,
that Rock and Roll, right? Rock and Roll?
I don't know, it's called.
It's Rock and Roll Club.
So-
Right.
I don't know which one.
So, yeah, and just in terms of myself, I've also kind of reinvented myself because I was in the New York City Board of Education for a long time. I ended up as a principal in a high school in the Bronx for quite a few years. And then I retired and I had these offers to go and work in education. I said, you know what, I'd rather work in those things that really, my new interests that have developed. So I hope to be able to share some of those new interests with you over the weeks to come. So there is one piece of housekeeping we have to talk about, right?
Oh, right, so what's happening is because of the holidays, the class is six hours, right? But because of the last week, we have our grandson's being bar mitzvahed in New Jersey, excuse me. So either what we can do is either make each class longer or add a class in between on a different day, or we can record a class and send it, whatever, So think about it. We don't have to make a decision today. Think about it for next time, so we have an idea of what you would like.
It would be
We're going
the
to
very
try to
last class.
accommodate you however which way we can,
Right.
okay?
You said the last
So-
class?
The last
class.
one, because
So we're gonna have to go a
and we have to be
longer.
back by April 3rd. So it's just one class that we're missing.
So how long would it be, an hour and a half?
So it'd be like an hour and 15 minutes for the next 4.
So you'll think about
Okay.
it. Let me,
So-
next
But
week.
it's not going to affect today,
No.
right?
No, not today. Today we're all finished at 2, somewhere around then, God willing. Okay, so next on the agenda.
So next on the agenda is, we don't know all of you, and a lot of you don't know each other. So we just go around the room, if you could just introduce yourself, and loud enough so people can hear. I know who you are, but they may not know. Who are you?
My name is Ruvain Ansel. What do you want to know?
That's it for now. That's all I want to know for now. We'll get to more about you soon.
Harriet Reamer.
Irma Virgo,
Karen Einbinder,
Elise Nierenberg.
Julie Silver.
Rita Foyer,
Sharon Schuster.
Sandy Klein.
Elaine Tennis.
Marilyn Sherman.
Beautiful. Okay. So we're not going to test you, by the way, to remember everybody, but we want this also to be a very relaxing experience for you. And just as a general question, so Ruben, you wanted to know what else you could say, is because we're talking about making changes in your life for the better, so if you could think for a minute and if you'd like to tell us, is there something right now that you would like to improve in your life? And that'll also give us a clue of the direction we should go in the following classes.
I'll jot it down. So, yeah, it's like all of you signed up because you want to get whatever, healthier or happier or whatever, holier, I don't know. Whenever it's somebody's birthday, I say, I hope you have the happiest, healthiest, holiest birthday ever. The 3 H's, happy, healthy, holy. So, if anybody wants to throw out, I'm going to tell you a list of some of the things that we know about. You think about what your interests are in terms of those things. And also, if I have your, just
You
one
have
second.
to move
If
on.
I have your email address, or we can either make a WhatsApp chat for this class or a texting chat. So, if anything comes up for you, you can email me or Moshe or, or something. So the things that we know quite a bit about, that that if you're interested in, we can do some of that. Qigong. Has anyone ever heard of Qigong? Qigong? Everybody?
They have Qigong classes.
So they have Qigong classes here. Moshe teaches it very differently. We've taken them here. So his style is very different. And it doesn't take long, his style. And, it's easy.
Giving a quick demo, honey.
It's very nice. The way he does it is very easy. When I took the one here, honestly, I thought it was a little bit advanced for me, but I'm only an aerobics teacher and a yoga teacher. He's the Qigong guy. Well, of course, some of these are not optional. We're gonna do them. We have to, because they're basics. Breathing exercises, supplements, meditation, essential oils, laugh yoga, EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique,
Laugh yoga.
Jin Shin Jiutsu. Okay, that's it's a Japanese finger holding therapy. It's very interesting, actually. Music, of course. An organization, if anyone you know, or if you are suffering from depression and anxiety, there's an organization called Recovery Incorporated, which is amazing. Color therapy and crystals. So that's just like
I have one more
a
too.
synopsis. What? Oh,
I have a
So,
question.
yeah,
What about nutrition? Or-
yeah. So supplement. I thought I said supplements.
Yeah.
So yeah, nutrition, of course. Yeah, that's
So-
a given.
so-
I'm sorry, I should have
Do
said
So-
you have handouts for the nutrition?
Maybe.
we're gonna run off
Either
materials.
that, or we'll direct you to the thing,
You know.
or we'll email you the things that we want you to see, or figure out a way. If
Plus-
you don't have email.
Plus, everything is recorded, so we're gonna upload this to a YouTube channel that's Nachum's YouTube channel, and you can get it that way. And we will run off materials, like I have a little thing that I'm gonna give you today. But two big things I just wanted to mention. Number one, we are not MDs, we are not nurses, we are not health professionals. So anything that we suggest for you to do, we're gonna be very absolutely 100% clear, you should check with your doctor first. So if, anything, whether it's stretching, whether it's yoga, we're letting you know that we're not medical professionals, so if we make a suggestion, it works for us, but we're saying that you have to have wisdom and check it out for yourself. So that's number one. The other thing I'm gonna spend a fair amount of time on in one class is something called positive intelligence, which I have been profoundly affected by. Positive intelligence was started by a researcher in Stanford University, wrote a book called Positive Intelligence, and it's a whole other way of helping you get out of your, I don't know about helping me get out of my negativity. When we go to a negative place, that we beat ourselves up, we'll talk more about that today, actually. We're gonna do a whole class on it, because he also has certain physical things that you do, like rubbing your hands together, and certain breath techniques, and he has a whole way of looking at how you can get out of any kind of negative thinking, and how you can get into positive thinking in a relatively easy and short manner. So we're gonna do quite a bit on that. That's my own personal passion. I have been using that now for about 1.5 years, and it's really transformed me. So in addition to that, any other interests that you'd like us to take a look at, that maybe we even forgot about?
Yeah, Sharon.
Maybe sleeping?
Oh, yes, sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, arthritis is a very big topic, sleeping is a very big topic for us, yeah.
What exactly is Japanese finger holding? Because I wrote it down as that sounds really interesting.
It is, it's really
What
cool.
did you say?
It's called Jin Shin Jiutsu, and
Okay.
I will bring that in.
Okay, good.
I will bring that in. Anybody else? Cause it doesn't take long. A lot of these things, they're not, long topics, obviously. So we will throw them in together, whether it's sleep, when we're doing our supplement, segment, each week is going to be different topics. So, we'll. Balance, yeah, I think Rita and Sharon are gonna tell us about that. Just Rita, okay, balance, yeah, that's a very good topic, yeah. Balance, and what else did, Laugh
Sleep,
yoga.
did you put down sleep?
Sleep.
We're not gonna make you fall asleep here, though. That's not gonna happen.
I don't think you have to
No
check.
sleep.
You only should be so lucky to get me to sleep.
No, so,
So any topics that you think of, if you think of it when you go home, you can always text me or, Moshe, or email us or whatever. Email's a little tricky with me, better with him, so I'll give out his because I miss,
right.
you know, I get so many of them that I miss them. If I don't know, if I'm not alerted, like I tell my friends, text me when you're gonna email me, so I look at the email. 'Cause
That's a good
and now it's,
idea.
text me if you're gonna WhatsApp me, because I'm bombarded with WhatsApps, it's like crazy. Because like my texting, the regular text is always the best way.
Enough material for 10-week course.
Yeah, for sure, so. but-
Yeah, oh, for sure,
But we have,
but-
you know, we have personal passions about certain things, and we hope, you know, that we can share those with you. And I'll tell you, for me, this is also a bit of a learning curve, partially because of the technology. This is a new computer, which I just am getting used to. Hooking it up to a TV was a new experience for me. Recording the tape and then recording us and then uploading it to YouTube, a lot of these are new things. So I'm open to change also, you know, a lot of this is new for us. So, not the material per se, but the technology.
Technology. That's another technology. That means our door in Queens is being opened and closed, opened and closed.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're just like, it's like, the world is like, it's getting more and more complicated. Like, as you go on, it's like, oh, I know, okay, that's gotta be, my grandson coming home from yeshiva, whatever, yeah, like, it's like, but, one of the things I will say, I just wanna put in a plug for my mom and Miriam and Jack, knew my mom, and Sandy met my mom, and Ruvain met my mom quite a few times. We go way back. But I will say one of the things that inspired me so much about my mom, at the age of 74, my mother decided she's going to get her second master's. Okay, which she finished when she was 76 at Queens College. And guess what? Anyone want to try to guess what the topic was for a 76-year-old woman?
Health?
No, marriage and family counseling.
Oh, yeah.
She never used it, but she did help, not used it professionally. She did go to volunteer, she went to, did some hotlines and did some things like that. She used it for volunteer purposes.
You need to bring a
And she
picture
helped,
of her.
Devorah, their wonderful daughter, with her counseling and stuff like that. She was very much a service person, so I do want to put a plug in for that. At the age of 82, my mother decided she wants to write her book. Okay, so she was a writer. She did send in like poetry and stuff. She was printed up in the New Yorker magazine and different places. She was a good writer. She decided she's writing her book at 82. So what do you need to do to write a book when you're 82? Guess what? How to use a computer. You must know how to use a computer when you want to write a book. That makes life much easier. I guess you could do it like this, but I don't think anyone like this, typing like on a regular typewriter. But it's like antiquated stuff. It's like, so she had to start learning how to use a computer. So she'd call us up, help! And my middle daughter, Naomi, would go running over. She was unbelievable. She helped her so much. It was really a bracha. But, you can find people in libraries, senior centers, places like that, if you want to learn things. Okay, so, and then at 92, she finished her book. Okay, took her quite a while since she started learning the computer. She didn't start writing until she was 88. She started learning, she's finished writing it at 92. She tried to get it published, but it's very hard in those days to get your books published by anybody. So she self-published it. She was interviewed on WBAI. She went to different places that would have her speak, and she spoke. So all I want to say is it was a fictional autobiography. She was a socialist in New York. It was about New York during that time and stuff like that. Nothing, but whatever, doesn't matter. I'm just saying to you, whatever you do, you can do it. So this leads us into the next segment here, which Moshe, I thought this was turned off.
Okay, so
So
let's.
I just want to say, it's never too late, but this is part of what we felt that the most important thing for the first class was about, what Moshe's gonna talk about now.
Thank you. So, I am?
Yeah.
So,
Or Wayne Dyer, maybe.
well, yes, that's what I'm gonna talk about, but the fact of the matter is that there are people that accomplish amazing things in their senior years, like Nechama was talking about. And then there are other people that talk about accomplishing things, and yet they never move forward. And I think every one of us has probably one or two items that we would like to accomplish, whether it would be, let's say, going to the gym once a week, or dropping 5 pounds, or maybe writing an article, or learning line dancing, or going to one of the clubs here, whatever it is, and yet we haven't been successful. So there was a psychologist named Dr. Wayne Dyer who wrote a number of books. One of the books that he wrote was called Excuses Be Gone.
The what?
Excuses Be Gone. Excuses Be Gone.
Be gone. Excuses be
gone.
gone.
So, because his,
Space gone.
right, because his idea, not be gone is, one word, but I don't think, and he says that every excuse, and you're gonna actually get a handout that'll have a couple of these concepts behind, on the back. Every excuse that we make really is about a self-imposed limitation. I mean, except for really extreme things. So every excuse is a self-imposed limitation. I can't do it, and we're going to give you a list of some of those self-imposed limitations in a couple of minutes. But we're going to look at a quick clip. Hopefully it'll work correctly. A quick clip of Dr. Dyer. And by the way, Dr. Dyer became this incredibly successful psychologist. He grew up in foster care, and when he wrote his first book, nobody was buying it, and he literally went around to hundreds of bookshops saying, "Do you have Dr. Dyer's new book in?" And they said no. He created like a little bit of a buzz. That's how he did it. So people said, "Oh, you're never gonna a book on psychology. You're gonna sell." This is like long before now. There's like whole sections of self-help. But when he wrote this book, it wasn't so popular. So he did not say, "It's too hard. I'm too old. I'm too whatever it is." And so let's take a little listen as to a little bit of his speech. So I probably have to sign in again. Here we go.
He wasn't well received in the beginning.
Right,
This
yeah.
program is about something called excuses. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Habits, habits, habits. So many people live their lives from these habits and don't have to. There are a couple of quotes that I want you to look at that I put right up here for you. The first is a very important concept. Never underestimate your power to change yourself.
Okay. Never underestimate your power to change yourself. We believe that down to the bone. We all have the possibility of change. The second quote is also extremely important because in your journey of changing yourself, something else might happen.
Never overestimate your power to change others.
Stop it now, that's a good place
And the
to
reason
Did you
that
hear what
this
he
is
said?
right here at the
Never overestimate your power to change others. You got it? Everybody understand what he just said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to start with me. Let the change I want to see in the world begin with me, right?
Sounds like
Everybody
Michael
knows that
Jackson.
one. So we work on ourselves. That's the way to really influence people in the way that you want to. But I love the way he said that. Never underestimate the power that you have to change yourself, and never overestimate the power that you have to change others.
That's right.
That's a really incredible way to live your life. I also have one more thing that I kept repeating this morning. I don't know why it came to me, but it was like, well, let me just see if I can remember it. There's a good supplement, somebody just told me about that for memory. Except I forgot to take it. No. But it's, about kindness. We always have to look to be the change we wanna see in the world, and we always wanna let the kindness, kindness begin with me. Kindness has to start with us. And, always look to be whatever it is you wanna see, right? So, there was another one, but it's gonna come to me soon, I can't remember. I wrote it down this morning and I can't remember, as I was running around
Right.
buying these things.
So before I go on, I just want to say that part of the change agenda is not for you to tell someone else that they need to change. So if only Nechama changed, then I would finally be happy. If, whatever it is, whether it's your parent, whether it's a child, whether it's a grandchild, whether it's a spouse, the change we're talking about is a change that you're making. It's not about you convincing somebody else to change their behavior. And that's like a really fundamental thing. Like Nechama said, let the change begin with me. And what happens though is that when you change yourself, suddenly other people start reacting to that and start changing as well. You're not the same person. And so hopefully after this course, maybe some of the things that we need to change. You remember
I
what it was?
remember it.
Good, go ahead.
It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. How do you like that one?
Very good.
I don't know, I don't remember where I heard it recently, but I heard it somewhere recently. And I don't know why, it just came to me this morning. Oh, I know what, I was running around getting these pads and stuff, and I saw a homeless man sitting outside of, the where Ross and the Dollar Tree, right? So I was going into the Dollar Tree and I saw a homeless man there. He was sitting outside of Ross with his shopping cart and stuff. And so I wanted to be friendly, and I just, smiled at him and I waved to him, and he was very responsive. He's, oh, good morning, and I said, good morning, whatever, cheerfully. Then when I came out, I was very preoccupied. I was talking on the phone with somebody, and I didn't see him. So when I got in my car, I said, wow, this man probably doesn't feel like he's very important. So I swung around, and I opened up the door, the car window, and I just waved goodbye to him and gave him a big smile goodbye. And it was from that expression that I remembered as I was running around. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And it made my day really. I was thinking in my head, oh, I'm gonna make his day, but you know what? It really made my day, because when you give, you really get, so much more.
Okay, so let's see what Wayne has to say.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Beginning of this program about excuses being gone is that no matter who you are, no matter what age you are, no matter how long you've lived, the promise I have of this program is that if you follow the steps that I am going to outline here for you, that if you've been overweight for your entire lifetime, if you've been addicted to anything for your entire lifetime, if you've lived a life of poverty for your lifetime, if relationships haven't worked for you, whatever it is, however long it's been with you, that there is a way to change those habits and to change the thinking that supports those habits. I've come to know that. I've written an entire book about it. I believe in it. I've been practicing it not only in my own life, but with other people in workshops all around the world. And I know that there's something that you can do about them. You can indeed change anything about yourself. Don't underestimate your own personal ability to make just that happen. The second quote says something that is responding to what it is that you have to do to make that happen. Lao Tzu spoke about this in the Tao Te Ching. When you correct your mind, everything else will fall into place. So whatever these habits are, whatever it is that you have lived with for a very, very long time, it's about don't underestimate your own ability to change it. And if you work at correcting your mind in a very short amount of time, you can go from someone who had these habits to someone who's living at a very different level.
Yeah, so 2 parts.
Can you state that one more time, when you correct your mind?
when you correct your mind,
Everything else will fall into
everything
place,
else
right?
falls into place.
Everything else falls into place.
So it's a two-part program. One is we have to do action, but the thing that prevents us from doing action is we have all these messages that come in. I call it the rackaroo. The rackaroo comes in and starts telling us, no, you can't do it. And you know why you can't do it? Well, we're gonna tell you why you can't do it. Read these over, see if any of them sounds familiar to you.
They can pass, honey, if you want.
Oh, you wanna take some?
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
I
back?
can take also, or you can just pass it
Yeah,
on.
just take these in the back. I hope I
Okay,
have enough.
sweetie.
Thank you.
Here we go. And you know, we're not getting any, what do they call that, commissions for recommending Wayne Dyer's book. But I really would say that, you know, his book is really quite an amazing piece of work, and he goes very into depth. Literally what he does is he goes through every single one of these, and actually 4 or 5 more of them, and, so, we're gonna do that now. What I'd like you to do is, take a look at these and see if there's any of them that sounds familiar to you. I know for me, it will be difficult.
It's 2 sides also.
Right, I'll get to the other side in a minute, but we'll get to the other side in a little bit. But think about something you'd like to change now in your life, something small, and then tell us if there's one of these excuses is preventing you from changing it. If
Yeah,
you're-
and this way we get to know each other a little bit.
Right.
So, you know, you could say your name again if you want to participate, you know, in this part of the class.
I'll do one, okay? It has been pointed out to me, probably do it here, it's been pointed out to me that I interrupt people when they're speaking. And you agree? Yeah, I do that, right? So, you know, that I
Most
interrupt,
people
you know,
do that.
So
Especially me.
I won't say, I won't say who's pointed that out to me, but the thing is that, so I could come about and say, it's gonna be difficult. I've been interrupting people my entire life. I have. That's the family I grew up in. It's not my nature. Me, what I have to say is more important than what you have to say. That's the thought behind it. I'm too old. I've been doing this now for as long as I've been talking. I'm too busy, and maybe I'm too scared. You know, what's going to happen? I mean, if I don't get my 2 cents in before you finish, like what's going to happen? So those are all things that are going to hold me back from changing. So the first thing is I have to realize that I have these excuses, and then the next step is really begin to put it into action. And when those excuses come in, I have to be able to tell myself that I'm just telling myself a lie. That's really what it is. And if you turn over to the other side, it says, the middle paragraph says, by challenging and reframing our excuses, we can transform our mindset and take responsibility for our own happiness and success. I have to challenge my excuses. I'm not too old. I'm really not. It's really not that difficult to keep my mouth shut. It really isn't. I can do it, you know, but in my mind, you don't know,
Seems like it's
right?
pretty difficult.
Right. It's not my nature. You know what? You can change in there. Thank you very much, honey. All right. So,
Laugh yoga begins now.
laugh yoga begins now. So that's just a simple example of something that I've actually started been working on changing. I'll give you one more that I worked on. I became a news addict. I started listening, because of events in this world, I started listening to the news hours every day. And I tried a few times to stop doing it, and then I finally said, you know what? I'm only gonna read the news or listen to the news 5 minutes when I get up, 5 minutes when I go to sleep. As soon as I said that, I came up with all these excuses of why I can't do it. And,
Cause he was like addicted to it.
I was totally addicted to it. So, but I did it, you know, because every time one of those excuses came in, like the guy that wrote Positive Intelligence says, you should say to yourself, liar, liar. When you have that thought, you literally say to that thought, you're a liar, you're not telling me the truth. So it's not telling me the truth. Now, Nechama, yeah, I was gonna say, Nechama, what we did is that, what we are gonna do, in a couple of minutes, we're gonna do a meditation that's gonna help you quiet down those voices.
It's only 5 minutes.
It's a 4-minute meditation.
That's about all I can handle.
Right, that's about.
When I signed up for the when I first came here, I signed up for the meditation class. I didn't realize it's a 2-hour class. I thought I was gonna go crazy. I can't sit and meditate for that long. I was like, it was so over the top. Especially when I'm with other people. When I'm by myself, I can manage about 15. It's not my nature at all. Meditation is totally not me. And I've been a yoga teacher since I'm about 18, and it's still totally not me. And I feel like I need an Academy Award. I really do feel like I need an Academy Award. Why? Because I'm sitting up there like looking like, you know, I've been teaching yoga for I don't know how many years, since I'm 19 to like, I don't know, 70,
And you're
no,
faking it.
I'm almost 74, right? So that's a lot of years of teaching yoga and acting like, you know, yeah, cool, calm, collected, serene. And there have been plenty of yoga classes where I'm up there teaching my yoga class, and in my head it's like, okay, as soon as this class is over, they're gonna pick me up, they're gonna take me to the hospital. Like, well, I'm going out of my mind, like, you know. I mean, I was teaching yoga classes when he was sick in the hospital. When, I've had like so many very difficult times in my life, you know, we've all had, everybody has, right?
But, you know what,
Very challenging times, and I still ended up teaching my yoga classes somehow or other, somehow. And I'm giving you a very good opportunity here.
Yeah, tell me when you're finished.
We have a technique. You're supposed to raise your hand, right? Okay. So I didn't even know you wanted to say something, right? I should just assume, right?
Right.
It's something I always told my kids when I'm on the phone, if you need to interrupt me, come and raise your hand. And it never works. Anyway, whatever, it still doesn't work. But I'm just saying that, you know, it's a journey. It's all a journey, right? Yes. Now you can
Yes,
see.
so before we show this meditation, I am curious, is there something that's in your life right now that you would like to change? And maybe, and you know, maybe that will be a goal for you in this class, we'll be able to change that. So does anyone have anything, like I told you 2 things I wanted to change. One was not interrupting, which is still a challenge, but I work on it. And the other one was really cutting back on the amount of news that I had. And a lot of these excuses were in my head saying you can't do it, and yet I was able to do it. I'm
I
not,
wanna
I'm
learn
no
how to
different.
calm my
So
mind
what
so
do
I
you,
can go to sleep.
what do you wanna do?
Calm my mind so I can go to sleep.
Okay, so sleep better, okay, so better sleep. Anybody else have anything they wanna change in themselves? Ruvain.
So I'm in a 12-step program, and my sponsor said, you know, you're really, how do I say this?
Selfish.
Selfish. And I said, who, me? You must be kidding. So I've been very conscious of, what I'm doing right now is, am I being selfish? So.
Beautiful.
Anyone else like to change
So
something?
you wanna change, actually,
Yes.
being more
What
giving.
would you like to change?
I don't know, I have this thing I'm sure a lot of people do, that I feel I'm on my phone too much, and a lot of it is doing research. I mean, I just like think of things, and instead of like asking people in real life, I just like Google it. I see if I'm on target, if I'm in the minority, majority, and
Okay.
to me, I feel like it's fascinating, but you could get into it, especially with medical stuff. Like I Google all my labs, And sometimes, like, I'll get nervous about something, and then when I go to the doctor, oh, it's out of range, but it's not that much out of range, but like, if I Google it, they say, stop Googling, you know?
Right,
So-
technology, yeah.
So cut back on technology, which is really what I was doing also, because I was using my iPad or my phone.
I think Sharon, you wanted to say something?
No, I wanted to say before about the sleep issue, but, you know, dieting is a very big thing for a lot of people. You shut your mouth.
Well, it's not so easy,
It's very hard.
you know.
Elise?
Just feeling negative about myself or life, like depressed, that's big for me.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay, beautiful.
Anything else?
Anybody
Negative
else?
about myself.
So I have,
like
I
feeling
would
depressed.
like also to change, I want to eat more of a plant-based diet, but I have trouble if I don't like food. And some of the plant, like beans and stuff, don't agree with me so well. So I need to like my food, so I seem to need that, at least at the moment. I wish I didn't, but I do, so I'd like to be able to figure out, you know, enough recipes or enough things that I would be able to like my food. That's on the physical, and on the thing, it's interesting what Ruben was saying, because I don't like the word selfish personally. It doesn't work for me, but I had a very interesting experience yesterday where I became aware.
That was your phone.
Sorry. Coming up on my
Technology.
WhatsApp. I became, oh, it's my cousin. Wait. Sorry, Israel.
Oh, okay.
I became aware of, I might have to walk out and take that, but I became aware of how, like, I don't know, selfish isn't the right word, but unless you consider, and it's true, an aspect of being selfish can be not really considering the other person's reality and what their experience is in life and what they, it's like, I'm very, you know, I have 6 planets in Leo, I can't help myself, you know, but I'm like very like, but I'd like to be able to be quiet and take in another person's reality, basically. I just have to, this might be
Yeah.
something
Oh,
I need to.
sure.
So you're gonna do a meditation now.
Oh, good, I'm missing the meditation.
Yeah, oh, good.
I timed this.
Listen, I just wanna say one thing about meditation. After trying to be a meditator for I can't tell you how many years, and like having this standard, which was totally not realistic for somebody like me, I came down to, I'm gonna meditate and have fun with it. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna make it into like this, like arduous, like I have to meditate 20 minutes and otherwise I'm a failure. Because that's what a lot of people do with a lot of the things that we're gonna teach you here. You know, there's no perfect meditation. And if your mind wanders, which mine is usually all over the place, I just come back home. You know, I like to visualize, like, you know, how would I want, you know, if I was away from a parent, let's say, or, you know, somebody I really loved, how would I want them to greet me? So I think of it, you know, like that. I just think, oh, okay, you're back, honey, yay, you know? Like it's okay. It's okay to go away, and it's okay to come back, and it's okay to drift, and it's okay to do it. It's only 5 minutes, so I just want you to, you know, relax about it. It's a very short time, although 5 minutes can seem an excruciating long time, I know, when you meditate. It can be really bad. But one of the things I want to just tell you is that the meditation that we chose is a lot to do with visualizing yourself, which is a very, very big part of success. Visualize whatever it is you want to improve. I visualize myself being a better sleeper. I visualize myself not being addicted to chocolate. I visualize myself not being an interrupter. Whatever it is that your goal is, you know, you can visualize it and put yourself in that place, your happy place, you know, or whatever. But just have fun with it. Like, don't take it too seriously. You could use it as a nap time. I say Florida traffic lights are amazing. Amazing. first of all, I get to take a nap almost every traffic light. Like, they're perfect for Florida seniors. I'm like, oh, this is a great opportunity. Like, to either do my breathing or do some like short, like very, not a meditation where I'm gonna fall asleep, but just do, whatever, do some kind of humming. Humming is very good for the vagus nerve. We're gonna I'm gonna introduce you to the vagus nerve, which is the nerve that travels through the body that's responsible for your nervous system being balanced. So there's a lot of things we can do, even at a traffic light. There's a lot of things you can do to improve your health. And we're gonna teach you all those kinds of things in this next 6-hour journey, okay? So 2 things that you have to think about before we meditate. Think about how you wanna do the last class. We can offer 2, I don't know if you were here when I said it, but the last class, we happen to have a bar mitzvah in New Jersey, so we have to leave early. So I spoke with Bernice, who's in charge of all the classes, and she said either we can make the class longer, or we can add a class, or we can just record the last class for you and send it out. So think about it. You have a week to think about it. That's your homework. Think about what you would prefer. And I guess, we'll try to accommodate either which way, depending on what you answer. And then think about also your goals, so next week we can come back and figure out the next few classes. Next week, I do want to concentrate on one of the main things, which will cover all of these things, the breath. I have some very important breathing exercises to teach you that will improve the quality of your life and lengthen, hopefully, God willing, the length of your life and the quality of your life, okay? And then we'll go over some nutritional things that I want to teach you. So that's a coming attraction for the next week. And then also just think about what your priorities would be from some of the topics that we sent out. Okay, I can go over those after we meditate. So you wanna do the meditation? Yes.
You wanna should we turn off the light?
It's up to you guys. I don't know what it looks like. It may be too dark. I don't know. Let me see, because that's on. I don't know. It's very good napping material.
All right.
For 5 minutes.
Turn the light on for me.
I don't know. It's kind
All right,
of.
we'll leave this.
I don't think it can. I don't know. Oh, how do you do that? Maybe this way.
Plastic surgeon's _1 technique to tighten your neck at home.
I'm excited to share a Hollywood secret that's offered my clients a firmer, smoother, tighter.
Now you're getting us upset.
Hello.
I need the light on, I can't see.
Oh, sorry.
Make this a little lower, hold on.
I used to teach a yoga class in Queens, and it was from 8:30 to 10. And by the end of the class, all you could hear was. It's such a crazy time to teach a yoga class. Let me tell you.
You don't have to turn off the lights. We can do it without the lights.
It's up to you. Do you want them on?
I got things to do.
You want to leave them on?
Let's get you into the zone. In this meditation, I'm going to help you find a way out of procrastination. From the place you're stuck at now, all the way through to the finish line. Get comfortable. Lean your back against a chair or the wall. Just let your hands rest comfortably in your lap. When you're stuck in a place of procrastination, it's frustrating. Something is getting in the way of you taking action. And that's okay. But let's start moving towards a place that feels better. Whatever task you're putting off, imagine it's already done. Picture yourself finishing it and putting your work away for the day. Really get in touch with that feeling and notice what opens up to you as a result. Do you feel a sense of lightness? Maybe your shoulders feel like a weight has been lifted. Now imagine someone else has stepped in and done the task for you. Can you imagine how happy you'd be? if that other person was you? A vibrant and energetic version of you that loves to get things done. It might seem unlikely, but your imagination is your greatest tool. All you have to do is tune in to another side of you, an alter ego that loves doing the things you don't want to do. Like this particular task. This you thrives on the challenge. They feel more energized when they take control. They can't wait to get started. They've already finished and are claiming the reward. It isn't as hard as you think. You've overcome challenges before. When we do, it bolsters our confidence. We feel empowered. We build resilience. You know, any task can be done. It's just a matter of patience and stamina. You know your strengths, and you're willing to push the boundaries. You love taking on new tasks, even the difficult ones, because you know how it makes you feel when it's done. That incredible sense of achievement. You recognize your efforts and grow your self-worth. In fact, the challenge feels even more rewarding when it's demanding. You like being someone who has staying power, especially when it's difficult. You enjoy being physically and mentally tough. It's one of your greatest strengths. You're ready to take action. Be the person who gets things done. Just think of that reward.
So I know
Hello.
it's 2:00,
Got things.
so thank you so much. I hope and pray and that you will take some of these ideas. Don't forget to please let us know. Thank you, Moshe, for helping us. Moshe Einbinder helped us with the flyer and helps us amongst other things. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I want everybody, please pat yourselves on your something or others, shoulders, your back, your kepala, whatever. Give yourself endorsements for being here. And you know what? I have searched through hundreds and hundreds of YouTubes to, in my something years of YouTubing. So that's, hoping that, I could find things that you would like, and could grow from, that are easy ways to change. I'm very into easy schmeezy, so that's my thing. Has to be easy and doable, or else I don't wanna know about it. Same thing with recipes. And so we'll give over a lot of those things to you, and thank you for being here. Excellent. Thank you, Shekla, for coming. That number that you gave.
It's a beginning, right? Because we will have seats on so get there, and even if you sign up in advance, you get first come, first served. That's the hard part, call me, but it's a very